Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, because this message is wrapped in both love and warning." Someone who holds a powerful affection for you is torn inside, struggling with feelings they cannot control. Their heart beats for you, yet their eyes are distracted by a judgment they cannot silence. They try to hide this conflict, but their spirit reveals the weight of it. They think they can love you fully while keeping their silent criticism buried, yet heaven has seen the cracks. What they refuse to say aloud echoes loudly in the unseen. Every moment they spend with you is both sweet and bitter. Their smile carries warmth, but behind it lies tension that grows with every glance. They wrestle with admiration and insecurity all at once. This is not simply about appearance, it is about perception, about how deeply rooted illusions can distort the purity of love. Heaven whispers that their issue has less to do with you and more to do with themselves. The reflection they see in you triggers the reflection they fear in their own soul. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There are nights when they lie awake, torn by this unspoken truth. They wonder why their love, so genuine, is poisoned by such shallow judgment. Yet, still, they hold on to you, unable to let go. Heaven does not condemn you for the way you are, for every detail about you has been carefully designed. The one who claims to love you must confront their own blindness before it turns love into control. What they see as a problem is actually the key to their healing. Even in silence, their eyes reveal the storm inside. They wish to confess but fear it will wound you beyond repair. So instead, they keep the burden locked away, even as it eats at their devotion. Archangel Michael says, the moment of truth is drawing near. They will be faced with a choice, to love you without condition, or to let their insecurity destroy the gift heaven placed in their hands. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The world around you may not see this battle, but you can feel it. You sense the pauses, the hesitation, the way their words sometimes slip and betray what they try to hide. That is not your imagination, it is confirmation from above. This person admires your soul, yet they are haunted by worldly standards. They fear what others may think, even as they try to shield you from that judgment. This conflict is not new, it has been festering in them since the very beginning. Their love is strong, but love alone cannot silence their doubts. Heaven has seen the way they secretly compare, the way they weigh what should never be measured. And yet, in the same breath, they cling to you, terrified of losing you. This is why you must tread carefully. Their words of affection are true, but so are the hidden thoughts they try to bury. What is hidden in silence often speaks louder than what is confessed. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They carry this love in silence, but it is not a silence of peace. It is the silence of struggle, a silence where affection collides with hidden criticism. They think they are protecting you by not speaking, but heaven sees every thought. Your soul is radiant, your being is sacred, yet their eyes remain fixed on what is fleeting. They have not yet learned that appearance fades, but love is meant to last forever. What they see as an obstacle is only a mirror of their own brokenness. Their love is real, but it trembles on unstable ground. Each moment with you is a fight within themselves, whether to accept you as you are or to mold you into something else. They are blind to the truth that heaven accepts you fully. You are not the problem lies in their limited vision. They must face themselves, for love cannot survive when poisoned by shallow judgment. Their soul knows this truth, but their heart fears letting go of appearances. Type Amen to get blessing 666. There are times they look at you and feel overwhelmed by beauty, and yet within seconds, that beauty is questioned. This cycle repeats, trapping them in a spiral of confusion. They long to embrace you, but doubt whispers in their ear. Heaven says their spirit has been corrupted by comparisons. They measure you against standards that were never divine. It is not you who falls short, it is their perception that has been clouded. Still, they cling to you. They fear losing your presence, your warmth, your love, and yet they cannot silence their restless judgment. This is why their heart feels heavy, unable to find peace. The struggle will soon reach its breaking point. They cannot live divided between love and doubt forever. A decision will come, and when it does, it will change everything. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has watched this unfold long enough. The love they feel for you is powerful, but it cannot grow unless they release their obsession with appearances. Their healing is tied to your acceptance, not your change. There will come a day when their mask slips, when their truth comes out in a way they cannot control. Their words may sting, but they will reveal the battle they've been hiding. And when that moment comes, you will see clearly what they have been carrying. Do not fear their confession, for it will expose the weakness within them, not you. You are whole, and your beauty cannot be diminished by anyone's opinion. Heaven has designed you with intention, with meaning, with perfection beyond the surface. Still, their fear is real. They tremble at the thought of others judging them for loving you as you are. They forget that divine love is stronger than human opinion. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Each day, the conflict inside them grows louder. They smile at you, but behind that smile is the shadow of doubt. They speak of love, but silence themselves when truth knocks at their lips. You are not blind to this. You feel the hesitation, the tension, the strange pauses that break the flow of love. What they cannot admit, you already sense. They are trapped, not because of you, but because they cannot free themselves from worldly illusions. Their soul aches for love's purity, but their mind drags them into judgment. It is a prison of their own making. The truth is, they love you deeply, but they have not yet learned what true love requires. Heaven calls them to release the chains of appearance and embrace what lasts forever. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They look at you with longing, but their heart is conflicted. Love burns deeply inside them, yet their mind whispers unkind words they never dare to speak. This tension makes every embrace both comforting and fragile. At times, they convince themselves that they have conquered their doubts. They tell their soul that love is enough, that nothing else matters. But soon the same shallow voices rise again, pulling them back into their hidden struggle. They know you deserve pure love without hesitation. They know heaven chose you for them, crafted with divine hands. And yet, they hesitate, trying to balance love and judgment at once. This battle is not new, it has followed them for a long time. They learned to measure people by appearances long before they met you. Now their soul is being forced to unlearn what the world taught them. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You are not the one who should change. The message is clear, your beauty goes beyond the surface. The real healing must happen in them, for their love cannot flourish until they free themselves from false standards. They hold your hands, but sometimes they pull away too quickly. Their eyes shine with affection, but occasionally they shift with discomfort. You notice it, even if they never speak of it. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven sees how you are being tested." Love should never feel like a condition, and yet this person is learning that their love is bound by illusions. Only truth can set them free. Do not carry the weight of their struggle as if it belongs to you. What they perceive as a problem in you is a brokenness inside of them. Heaven urges you to stand firm in your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 222. At night, when they close their eyes, memories of you flood their heart. They feel peace when they think of your voice, your kindness, your spirit. But then the old voices of comparison rise, and guilt consumes them again. This cycle is tormenting them. They wish to love you completely, but their weakness betrays them. Heaven has seen their tears, their frustration with their own thoughts. Still, love is not lost. There is hope for them to break free from these patterns. But it will require courage they have not yet shown. Your patience has been a shield. Your endurance has carried them through moments where their love almost shattered. Heaven has been watching, and your strength has been noticed. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The silence between you speaks louder than words. You feel the heaviness in their gaze, the pauses in their sentences, the hesitation in their touch. This is the burden of a love that wants to be whole but is not. Yet, they cannot deny how much they need you. Even with their struggle, their soul is bound to yours. They cannot walk away, no matter how hard they try to silence their heart. Heaven says this is not the end of the story. Their love will face a test, and the outcome will reveal what kind of bond this truly is. The truth cannot be hidden forever. You are being asked to hold your ground, to never shrink yourself for their comfort. You are divine, created in perfection, and no one's flawed vision can change that. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They want to love you purely, yet they battle with shadows of judgment inside. Their feelings are tangled, caught between admiration and insecurity. Every time they look at you, they see both the person they cherish and the illusion they cannot let go of. This struggle keeps them restless. They wonder why their love is never enough to silence the shallow voices in their head. They keep trying to bury it, but it rises again, stronger than before. Their affection is real, their attachment undeniable, but it shakes under the weight of comparison. They hold on to you tightly, even as doubt gnaws at them. This is the storm you feel, the unspoken storm in every pause and glance. Heaven whispers that this is their test, not yours. You are not flawed, you are chosen, sacred, and whole. Their weakness is the true battle, and they must overcome it if love is to survive. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There are moments when they almost confess. The words rise to their lips, but fear silences them. They worry that if they speak, the truth will break everything apart. Instead, they smile and pretend all is well. They act as though nothing is wrong, but heaven sees through the disguise. Behind the smile is confusion, and behind the confusion is pain. This is why their love feels unstable. It shifts like the wind, strong one moment and fragile the next. Their own heart is betraying them, not because of you, but because of what they refuse to heal. You must know this truth: love built on conditions is not real love. Heaven is calling them to change, to rise above, to embrace you fully. Until then, their love will always remain divided. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, you were created in divine light. Every detail of you carries purpose. No one can diminish your worth, no matter how much their perception wavers. This person has been given the chance to see love's higher truth. They are meant to grow through this connection, to shed the illusions that hold them captive. But their delay, their hesitation, is a danger to the future of this love. You cannot carry their burden for them. You cannot bend or change yourself to fix what is broken inside of them. Heaven does not require you to shrink to be loved. Their heart knows this, yet their mind resists. They want to hold you, yet they fear what others might say. They love you, but their insecurity binds them to fear. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Still, even with this storm, their love is not fake. They care deeply, they dream of a life with you, and they imagine futures where your souls are entwined. But their inner voice keeps reminding them of the illusions they never conquered. At times, they blame themselves, ashamed of their own thoughts. They cry in silence, asking why they cannot simply love without judgment. They feel trapped by a habit that has been built into them since long before you arrived. Your presence is a mirror. It forces them to confront their own flaws. It is not your appearance that is the problem, it is their unwillingness to let go of the world's shallow chains. This is why heaven is pressing on them. They cannot run from this lesson, for it will follow them everywhere they go. Love is their chance for transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Every step they take with you is both heavy and light. Heavy with their doubt, light with their love. They walk between two worlds, uncertain which one will win. You may sense them pulling away sometimes. It is not because their love has died, it is because their fear is louder in that moment. They are lost in a storm of their own making. But love like this cannot stay hidden. What is concealed will come to light. Heaven is preparing a moment where everything will be revealed. This moment will test you too. It will show you whether their love can grow beyond fear or whether it will break under the weight of illusion. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They think they can hide forever, but silence cannot last. The truth will soon rise, spilling into the open like fire that cannot be contained. What has been kept in their mind will finally reach your ears. Their love is real, but it is not yet whole. They cannot continue balancing between devotion and doubt. Heaven is bringing them to a moment where they must choose once and for all. The whispers they try to silence will become too loud. Their conflict will show in their words, in their actions, in their inability to pretend. And when that moment comes, clarity will strike like lightning. Do not fear this unveiling. For the truth will not weaken you, it will strengthen you. It will reveal that you are worthy of a love that has no hesitation, no judgment, no disguise. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Their greatest fear is losing you. Deep down, they know that if they continue in this way, the bond will break. They know love cannot live on lies. You are the one chosen by heaven, not because of how you look, but because of who you are. Your spirit is unmatched, your heart carries light that no one else can offer. This is what they are meant to see, yet their eyes remain clouded. Soon, a shift will come. They will stand at the edge of transformation, forced to confront themselves. They will either rise above or let their insecurity consume them. This decision will not only shape their path, it will shape yours. The outcome will determine whether their love is strong enough to walk beside you or weak enough to fall behind. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is not blind to your pain. Every tear, every moment of confusion, every silent question in your soul has been witnessed. You are not forgotten, and you are not without support. The love you deserve is one that uplifts, not one that criticizes. You are worthy of a devotion that is fearless, unshaken, unconditional. Anything less will only drain you. This person has been given many chances to rise. Time after time, they are shown the mirror, but their hesitation has delayed the healing. Now the hourglass is almost empty. The next days will matter more than the years behind. What is hidden will surface, and what has been disguised will be stripped away. The divine truth cannot be silenced any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. And when this happens, you will finally breathe free. Whether their love grows or falls, you will no longer carry the weight of their silent judgment. You will stand in the truth of who you are. You will see their heart fully, without mask or cover. You will hear what they have buried, and though it may hurt, it will set you free. Love cannot be whole without truth. Heaven promises you this. No matter the outcome, you will not be left empty. What is meant for you will stay, what is not will fall away. The divine plan is always greater than human weakness. Your spirit will rise above appearances, above judgment, above fear. For you were never defined by what the world sees, you were always defined by the light heaven placed inside you. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Even now, their thoughts drift in circles. They love you, yet the weight of their hidden judgment refuses to let go. It eats away at their peace, creating a storm they cannot silence. This storm will not last forever. Heaven has decided that clarity must come. Their mask of silence will fall, and every truth they have concealed will rise to the surface. You will hear the words they have been hiding. They will speak, not because they want to, but because they cannot hold back any longer. The divine hand is already preparing the moment. This revelation will sting at first. But once it passes, you will feel stronger, lighter, and more free. What was kept in shadow will no longer drain your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. The future is already shifting. What looks like uncertainty today will become clarity tomorrow. Heaven will not allow this secret struggle to hold your destiny hostage. Their heart still clings to you. Even with doubt, they cannot release you from their spirit. This is why the divine has not given up on them yet. Your patience has been a weapon against the darkness. Every time you stood strong in your worth, heaven saw it. You are shaping the outcome even when you do not realize it. Their test is also your lesson. Love will either prove itself unconditional, or it will crumble under its own weakness. Both outcomes carry freedom for your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Archangel Michael says, you are entering a season where truth will rise quickly. Masks will fall, illusions will break, and the light will expose what was hidden. The love in front of you will either grow stronger or fade away. You were never meant to bend yourself to fit into their narrow view. Heaven created you whole, and no one's opinion can change your design. You are the standard of divine beauty. This person must decide whether they are willing to see with their heart, not their eyes. Their love is being tested by the very thing they refuse to surrender. That is why it feels so heavy. But know this, heaven will never allow you to remain in a love that shrinks you. The hand of God will always protect you, even when others fail to see your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The time is coming closer. You will no longer be left in the dark. Their thoughts will become clear, and their choice will be revealed. Do not fear their confession. What they say cannot destroy your value. It will only show you whether they are ready to walk in truth or not. If they rise above, you will see love transform into something powerful, pure, and lasting. If they fail, heaven will clear the path for a love that truly honors you. Either way, you win. Your journey is protected, your spirit is safe, and your destiny is secured. Nothing they confess will ever undo what heaven has already written over your life. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The hour of truth draws near. They cannot continue to hide behind silence, for silence itself is beginning to betray them. Every glance, every hesitation, every unspoken word is revealing what they tried to bury. They love you, but their love is being tested at the highest level. Heaven is forcing them to face themselves, to confront the insecurities they have avoided for too long. Their soul trembles, knowing that change is no longer optional. This change will not come softly. It will come like thunder, shaking both of you awake. The words they release will cut deep, but the healing that follows will rebuild stronger than before. Your role is not to shrink, not to bend, not to question your worth. You are to stand as you are, radiant, complete, and chosen. Heaven will handle the rest. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Soon, their love will either rise beyond appearances or collapse under its weakness. There will be no middle ground. The future of this connection depends on their courage. You are entering a season of exposure. What is whispered in silence will now be spoken in the open. What was hidden in fear will now be confronted by truth. This unveiling is not punishment, it is liberation. You deserve to walk in a love that is fearless, not one that trembles at shallow illusions. The divine plan will not allow you to be trapped any longer. Even if their words hurt, they will set you free. For freedom is the soil where your destiny blooms. And your destiny is too important to be delayed. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens have chosen you for greater things." Love should strengthen you, not wound you. What comes next will reveal whether they are capable of standing beside you or must be left behind. They are being pushed to grow. Their old ways will not survive in the light that is coming. They must learn to see with spirit, not with shallow eyes. And your only task is to remain in your divine truth. Do not let fear push you into doubt. You are more powerful, more radiant, and more destined than you realize. Heaven has not brought you this far to leave you broken. The coming days will restore clarity, peace, and strength you have been waiting for. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The choice will be theirs, but the victory will be yours. If they choose unconditional love, you will rise together stronger than before. If they do not, heaven will release you into something far greater. You will not lose. You cannot lose. For your worth does not depend on them, it rests in the hands of heaven alone. A breakthrough is coming, and with it, the truth you have been sensing all along. The battle will end, the silence will break, and the future will be made clear. Stand firm, chosen one. What is ahead will not destroy you, it will set you free forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2222.